Hey guys, how is everybody doing? I think we should be live right now. So, kind of a basic update of where I am on the markets. We'll take a quick look at the market news. I will then go into the title of this video, which is talking about selling off altcoins. I am not dumping all of my altcoins. What I meant by that is that I'm consolidating them. So, I had a very vast portfolio of altcoins. So what I have been doing is selling off some of the smaller holds, some of the ones that I just don't think are going to go anywhere long term. So I've been selling them off and putting them into other altcoins. I will mention some of them towards the end, but this isn't all about shilling any certain coins or anything like that. It is just to say that if you are holding bags of coins that I had been looking at it and thinking these coins are way down, and some of them will get a pump, even the ones that I've got rid of, but at this stage, because they are so negative, I decided to sell them off and put them into other coins that I feel will grow better, have a better long-term future, and especially ones that are going to pay a passive income, so pay something for actually holding that coin. So we will get into that. So the markets, where are we at? Since my last video, I can't even remember where the markets were. I think we were probably around similar levels, maybe slightly lower. We did have a nice bit of a jump yesterday, especially in the altcoins. And then today, even in the last few hours, we started to see things fall back down a little bit as we come into, I would say, some people taking out a few bits of profits after a bit of a jump. Ethereum has been a big topic lately. We will discuss that one as well. What is going on? Is Ethereum dead? A few days ago, Ethereum was dead. Everyone was talking about how Ethereum was gone. The whole concept, it was only good for ICOs and all this kind of stuff. And then it got a bit of a pump. That did coincide with BitMEX opening up the ability to put in longs on Ethereum, and they are opening up shorts as well. So there is a lot going on there. Whether the price of Ethereum will ever reach the levels it was at, I don't know. The platform in general, I would definitely say Ethereum is not dead. The concept of the platform, it definitely has to evolve. Personally, I'm still holding Ethereum that I bought a few months back. Yes, it is well down on what it was, but I'm holding it out as I want to stay fairly diversified anyway. But they're constantly working. I did see one article. I don't know if I left it open. Where are we? No, I don't think I did. I'll go back to Vitalik in a minute. Where they are supposedly making advancements in sharding. Again, I didn't get to read into it. I just seen it pop up on a newsfeed before this. But they definitely do need to evolve. The DApp side of things, there is big potential there. Not necessarily making coins, but actually making applications on the blockchain, rather than just creating coins and ICOs. And it has been seen as a way to just create shit coins over the last while, with the, I would say, the big majority of ICOs that launched last year and into this year way down on what they were, or even some of them completely gone already. Either they have blown their funds, some of them were scams from the start, and some of them are still sitting there, but they might only have 20% of the funds that they raised, and they don't know where to go. They had started to panic over the last while and start dumping their Ethereum. So the big dump hopefully has stopped now from the ICOs that have been selling off their Ethereum, trying to get something back. I do think they will regret selling it off. This is too low of a price for Ethereum. It definitely should be higher than this. Whether it goes over the $1,000 again, I don't necessarily know about that. Looking down through the markets, you can see over the last 24 hours, let's go against, we'll leave it in USD for now. Origin, Aurora, Dropple, some of the good gainers. Again, we're seeing lots of ones that are slightly negative today, but yesterday when you looked at it, there was very high gains for, I would say, the majority of the top 100 altcoin, or top 100 coins in general. Taking a look at Bitcoin, you can see we had 2 days here of going up. Today we are coming back down. This line here is actually just, let me show you. So what this resistance line was down here was just kind of showing where we were stuck down here. We did try and come up and we got pushed back down again. So look, if you're looking at it, technically we need to break 6.6 before we can actually start coming back up to look at the 7,000 level and trying to get back up over that again. As always, I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin long term. Short term, we don't really know. So look, towards the end of this month, we do have the ETF decision, or it will be another delay for the CBOE. I can't actually remember the date on that. Sometime the end of September anyway. We're going to be waiting on that. So look, if it got approved, yes, we're going to see a spike. Is it going to be the spike that takes us to these 20, 30k levels? Not as quick as a lot of people think. I do think longer term it's definitely going to send us that direction if we get the approval. It could be another delay. Nobody really knows. Everyone has their own opinion. It's going to be approved because of this. These insiders said yes. What's going on in the market right now is just manipulation, so the big guys can buy low. So when the ETF is approved and when backed comes into the market, everything's going to shoot up. Everything is speculation right now. Do not take any one person's opinion as this is exactly what's going to happen. Everyone gives their opinion. Never buy off. You see one person who gives a strategy and they say this is the reason the market is down here or why it's going up here, and they give you reasons that sound logical, but never base your buying decision on any one person. Take a look around, do your research and decide for yourself, because at the end of the day, if you take someone's advice on, look, I think it is a very good level to buy Bitcoin right now. That is why I'm reluctant to sell any of my own Bitcoin out. But there's no guarantees. I could tell you go and buy, well I can't because I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just giving my opinion. But someone could say to you, go and buy Bitcoin right now. And you go and buy it, but it ends up dropping or it goes up and then comes down. The only person that has to handle that gain or loss is you. So you have to be comfortable with what you buy. The same with going into any of the altcoins right now. Yes, I think some of the altcoins we're definitely going to see a bit of a pump in some of them. What I was personally doing today was getting rid of a lot of, I won't say they're all shit coins. I was getting rid of some of the altcoins that I've been holding a long time that I just don't think are gonna go up. I was going back into, my portfolio still stands about the same percentage wise on what my holdings are. I'm still 75% in Bitcoin, have been for a long time now. Anyone following my videos will know that. But of the 25%, roughly, I don't know the exact numbers, spread over altcoins, they were starting to get spread very thin with the drop in a lot of them. So I've gone back into coins like Ontology is one that I topped up my bag on today. I didn't have all that much before today. Sold out a few different coins and put them into Ontology because Ontology, like Neo, will pay you a dividend for actually just holding the coin in the Ontology wallet. So I haven't set that up yet. When I do, I will record a video showing how to set all that up. I've done a Neo one in the past and it went down fairly well. So Ontology was one. What else did I go back into? VeChain, I picked up a few more today as well. I did have a bit of a bag of that already. And I've picked up a bit more because they will start paying their dividend as well. What else was there? PundiX, I haven't owned any. It was one that soared up through the markets and had a very big drop down in the last while, but I've gone in on it now. I think it's at a decent level, so I've picked up only a small few of that. I have more altcoins to sell off. The reason it was taking so long today to sell them off is because they're on so many different exchanges, so I had to get them from my Trezor hardware wallet, get them sent back into the exchanges and sell them off, and then I'm pulling out the coins that were in there that I bought with the funds. So as well, security wise guys, never leave much on the exchanges. Always use a hardware wallet if you have one. This here, let me show you. If you guys can see that, that's a Trezor hardware wallet. So basically that stores your private keys. So that is the safest it's not actually the safest, but it is one of the safest ways, is to have a hardware wallet rather than leaving your funds on an exchange. Because if your funds are on an exchange, then you don't actually own them. If you don't have the private keys in your possession, someone else has them, then the exchange goes down, the exchange gets hacked, you are at the loss. So some people don't like to actually hold their coins because they're responsible for the private keys and everything like that. But look, everyone has to take responsibility for their own money. So for me, having a hardware wallet, even having multiple hardware wallets if you want, leave them in different geographical locations, keep them safe, whatever way you want to do it. Just don't leave all your funds sitting on an exchange, especially on one exchange. And with some of the exchanges that are out there, you definitely cannot trust them. So I see we do have a dislike. I had that before the start. I think that was because I said I was selling altcoins, but I still have the same percentage. My portfolio still has the same percentage of altcoins. It's just not as diversified as it was. In saying that, I still own probably 20 to 30 different altcoins at the minute. So I still have a lot of them. That will probably be narrowed down a little bit more over the next few days as I watch that as well. If you're getting any value from this, guys, give the video a like as well. Get some of them like stats up. Looking at the news, don't really want to dig that deep into it. A lot of different people do it. We'll talk about some of the main topics. So this one here started off with Vitalik Buterin, one of the founders for Ethereum, had said that there is no more 1000% growth within the crypto market. So he did come out, I think it was something around there was no more growth in the market, but clarified and said there wasn't 1000x gains in coins anymore. So he has made some statements lately that people holding Ethereum weren't very happy with because he's been kind of running things down a bit. The Binance CEO, as well as the founder of Tron, came out, Justin Sun came out as well and said that there definitely is these gains in crypto. You can see here Vitalik said that he was just saying that there is not 1000x price increases. And then CZ said that he disagrees, that there's definitely is 1000x and more gains to be had in cryptocurrency. Personally, 1000x gains on one particular coin, I don't know if them gains are there anymore, but definitely in the whole crypto market there is definitely huge gains to be made. I see the market cap, what are we at actually at the minute? We are at 198 billion. So $1 trillion market cap. It was meant to happen this year. At this stage, it's not looking that likely this year, although if you go back and look at the prices at this time last year for Bitcoin and everything like that, we were still below the levels we are at now. Ethereum is in around the price it was this time last year. Bitcoin is still slightly ahead on what it was. I think it was something around the 5,000. We'll look it up after anyway. Where am I? Yeah, so that was on CZ. I would be more inclined to go with CZ. He's a very smart businessman. Obviously, he wants people to believe that there is these huge gains because he wants new customers coming into Binance. I think they're on track for a $1 billion profit this year. So look, it's in his interest, the same as the BitMEX CEO. It's in their interest to drive more people to cryptocurrency, get more people trading, get them believing that these big gains are possible. So these guys are always going to inflate it a bit. 1000x gains on one particular coin, I don't think that they're there like we've seen where Ethereum came from under $1 to over $1,000, $1,400, I think somewhere around that was the top. Neo had huge gains. There was lots of other ICOs from way back that had huge gains against the USD. Not as much against Bitcoin, but against the USD they did. This one made me laugh, so I said I would mention it as well. So Bitcoin has been on Curry. So Coronation Street, it is a soap in England. And they had a storyline based around they say it was around Bitcoin, but it was actually around cryptocurrency, and where one person, I just had a quick read of it there, one person was really down on his money, and he was saying something about Whipcoin. He'd invested £50 in Whipcoin back in 2011. I don't know, was that them not wanting to say Bitcoin or something like that? I'm not sure. And someone else came up and said they think it's worth 50 grand now. So he went through the nightmare story of, I would say some of the writers on this have definitely had experience of being seriously wrecked in this market, or else they've lost keys and haven't been able to find them. But basically, he lost his keys, couldn't get into the wallet. Eventually, he gets back in, but it turns out that he's way too late and the coin has dumped and it is gone. So it does show the volatility of the market, but it also shows the potential gains that could be there. Look, it's more exposure to people who would not have heard anything about it before. It is slightly negative exposure in that people will say, oh yeah, it's way too risky and all this. But look, exposure is exposure. We had the BitPay exec saying that Bitcoin will rebound, but altcoins are never coming back. I would say I would not class all altcoins as never coming back, but I would say a good 70, 80, even up to 90% of altcoins will never reach the highs that they have had. There are still some good altcoins out there. I would not class all of them the same. There are still lots of good coins out there that do have potential to hit their all-time highs and even go higher once the market cap rises up. So at the minute, we do still see more and more funds going back into Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin dominance up to 56%. This is going to go even higher over the next, I would say over the next month or two. We will see this going up higher and pushing up towards the 60% as more people lose faith in coins that they've been holding for a long time. So nothing there. OTC markets. So look, we hear rumors about OTC markets. Anyone not sure? OTC is over the counter. So this is Bitcoin trading hands that is not done through an exchange. So this is private agreements where you sell large volumes of Bitcoin for funds and it's done away from the official exchanges. So there's lots of talk that there's huge numbers going on outside the markets, but in reality we don't know because there is no one ledger that tracks it all and we're not exactly sure what's going on. Once proper custody solutions come in and the bigger guys can come in officially, then we will start to see better numbers on stuff like that. But from all rumors and all stories that I've heard from people, yes, there is a lot of it going on, but there's no way to clarify exactly what's going on there. Leslie was asking, did I sell my Litecoin? No, I still have my Litecoin. The Litecoin summit's going on. I don't know that it starts today actually, so gonna wait and see what happens. Expecting maybe a bit of a pump on Litecoin from the summit. We'll see what they say their developments are going to be coming up for the future. So that's really it, guys. It was just to take a look at the market, give my perspective on it, see where we're going. So short term, we have to get above 6,600, which is this level that is starting to form down here the last few days. And once we get over there, then we can look at the sevens. And then once we are coming up towards 7, again, we are going to start hitting this downtrend line. So we can see that better on the 1-day chart. So you can see this is the downtrend line that we did bounce off here. We bounced off it a few times up here, start here, here. Didn't fully reach it here. Bounced off it here, bounced off it here. So again, we're going to start coming up here, but as we come up towards the 7,000 level, we're going to have to face this. And for me, getting above that is going to be very important in breaking up through some of the resistance that has really started to build over the last few months. So that's it, guys. Hey, cryptocurrency expert. If there's no other questions, then I am going to leave it there, guys. Any questions, leave them down below the video when it renders and when YouTube puts it up again, and I will get back to you guys then. I've got new lighting, green screens, all that kind of stuff coming next week as well. So again, I will get back to better videos, more frequent videos. As well as that, I have been working on setting up a masternode channel because I've got involved in masternodes over the last, I suppose, 2 months, and some of them, one of them in particular is way down, but the market is way down in general. But 3, I think I got into 4 or 5. 3 of them that I can think offhand are slightly below what I actually paid for them, but well, the actual store that I have is slightly below what I paid, because they're paying me rewards every day, between 1 and 3 days, depending on the coins. They are paying out more coins for running the master nodes. So I'm going to have a channel dedicated to how to set them kind of things up. There's a lot of scams in that area. It's definitely not one that you just walk into and start buying coins everywhere, because there's a lot of scams. When you get good ones, then there's a lot of potential there for some nice passive income. Where I'm saying on the ones that are down, I'm still down in terms of Bitcoin, but compared to other altcoins, I am not down near as much as if I put them into an altcoin that wasn't paying me anything separate. That's the same thing that I'm saying about on the altcoins today that I was buying, like Ontology. That they're going to pay me a bit on the side that will make up for won't make up for all of it, but it will make up for some of the downward movement if the coin goes down. But at this stage, I think coins like that are nearly at their bottom if they're not there already. Thanks for watching, guys. Give the video a like, give it a share if there's any value you got at all. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon if this is the first you've seen, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in, guys.